Hi there, it's Rachel here at Practice ICAO English, and today you're going to do a lesson on a crash landing. This accident happened back in 2012. Before we get on to the video comprehension exercise, let's look at the definition of a crash landing. A crash landing is when the aircraft sustains significant structural damage, such as damage from a hard landing or veering off the runway. However, not all emergency landings are classified as crash landings. If the aircraft remains intact or sustains only minor damage, using the term crash landing would be inaccurate. According to the FAA's Airplane Flying Handbook, a crash landing involves a landing in which an aircraft is damaged beyond repair. Now let's get into the listening exercise. I want you to listen out for the answers to these questions. Asiana 214. What runway was Asiana 214 Heavy cleared to land on? Finish the captain's sentence. Landing check. What was the frequent flyer concerned about? What did the captain do when he realized they were too low to land safely? And what happened on impact? Get your notebook ready. I'm going to play the video now.
Asiana Flight 214 is nearing the end of an overnight flight from Seoul, Korea to San Francisco. Ben Levy is a frequent flyer returning home.
I fly pretty often for business or visiting my family. I'm originally from France, and so, I fly long distance a lot. I fly in and out of SFO a lot. So I know the airport very well.
Many of the other 291 passengers are Chinese, including a group of teenagers on their way to summer camp in the United States.
Asiana 214 Heavy, runway 28 left, cleared to land.
Landing checklist complete. Clear to land. On glide path.
The pilots check a set of lights beside the runway that can help guide them to a safe landing.
Check.
The plane is less than a minute from the runway when Ben Levy realizes something is wrong.
I remember noticing that there's a small pier that extends out of the runway, and I'm like, wow, we're very low. And I dismissed the thought, thinking, well, what can go wrong? There's all the technology on board to make sure that those guys don't mess up.
In the cockpit,
Speed!
a crisis hits.
I've got control. Oh, God! Go around!
The captain pulls up the nose and tries to climb.
Damn it! Hang on! Hang on!
The brutal impact has torn the tail off the body of the plane. An engine is burning. If fire spreads to the fuel tanks, the plane could explode.
Let's see if we can open this door.
That was some disaster. Let's move on to the answers now and see how much you were able to comprehend. What runway was Asiana 214 Heavy cleared to land on? Asiana 214 Heavy was cleared to land on runway 28 left. So as you can see, that is a past tense question and answer. Finish the captain's sentence. Landing checklist, complete, cleared to land. What was the frequent flyer concerned about? He was concerned they were flying too low. So again, it's a past simple answer to the question. And the were flying is the past continuous tense. An action that was going on at the time of the incident. What did the captain do when he realized they were too low to land safely? He pulled up the nose and tried to climb. So once again, we have the past simple tense, pulled up and tried to climb. And remember, always pronounce the ED endings. Pulled up and tried to climb. What happened on impact? The tail broke off and the remainder of the aircraft spun out of control. So here we have another past simple answer, and the irregular verb break in the past simple becomes broke, and broke off is a phrasal verb meaning snapped. So the tail broke off and the remainder of the aircraft spun, which is the past simple tense of spin. Spin out of control. Spun out of control is the past simple tense. Let's look at the accident summary. Asiana 214 was an overnight flight from Seoul, Korea to San Francisco. The aircraft was cleared to land on runway 28 left. They were on the glide path. A frequent flyer noticed that they seemed to be flying too low. A terrain warning sounded in the cockpit, so the captain pulled up the nose and tried to climb. The plane hit an embankment just before the runway. The tail broke off and the plane spun out of control. An engine was burning and a passenger tried to open one of the doors to assist in the evacuation. I hope you are all able to identify the answers to those questions, and I recommend that you practice reading this accident summary to help you with your vocabulary and your fluency. How can I help you further? Well, you can join the Practice ICAO English community on Facebook and improve your communication skills by completing weekly exercises. You can also take my ICAO test questions quiz, which is 153 questions to test your grammar, vocabulary, and comprehension skills. And you'll find out your results immediately after completing the test. You can also download my free ICAO English guide and learn what you need to do to pass. And you'll find all those links in the description below. I hope you enjoyed the lesson today, and I look forward to seeing you again very soon.